In this episode, you'll learn why mental solutions create mental problems. Welcome to Energy Alignment for Entrepreneurs, the podcast helping entrepreneurs be free from anxiety, stress, and tension through balancing emotions and consciousness expansion. 3 things you'll discover today. How overthinking is just fear wearing a thinking cap. Why your mind creates problems to stay relevant. And what to do when you're stuck in analysis paralysis. You know, overthinking is just fear wearing a thinking cap. Now, this really looks like if I'm outside, if I'm moving through life, and you have a situation which is obsessing your psyche. It is just taking, like, you can't think of anything but this situation. There is 100% a deeper root driving that obsessive thinking. And that root is so frequently a fear of something that you are not even considering. What I mean when I say something you are not considering is that, let's say you notice I've been hinged upon point A. Then you can ask a question around point A, which is, why am I so obsessed over this? And if you sit genuinely for 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, and you ponder and you contemplate and you inquire into that question of, like, why am I obsessing over this thing? Why am I thinking so much? Then you'll get a flash. You'll get a little bit of probably a rationalization, a justification. But then look further. Inquire into, all right, so I'm thinking so much about A, and I'm thinking so much because of X, Y, Z. But what are the implications? What are the deeper implications of X, Y, and Z? Let me give it a shot. Where we could say, actually, let's look at one from my life, right? We could say that I am thinking a lot about making business work. And then I go, all right, business is good. I need financial freedom. But why am I so obsessed with financial freedom, right? And then there's 2 ways to go here, right? I could indulge in the insecurity of needing to become something, needing to change my situation, or I could accept where I'm at whilst understanding that I am naturally headed toward financial freedom. What does that mean? It means that the way that I'm building my life is with intention, and that I would much rather not have financial freedom and live in alignment than earn money at the expense of my soul. So then that invokes a new level of patience and clarity around my relationship to my financial situation. Then I can surrender and have trust and faith that I will push the right buttons, that I will make the right moves, and that the wealth is entering my life. It is here. As I know what I love and I continuously align with the righteousness that guides me, and I do not stray from the light, I have full faith that the resources needed for my mission to be executed will enter my life. You see, that is I know maybe I didn't ask the exact same questions, but I wanted to do my best to lay out an example of something that isn't the easiest thing for me personally, and showing you how I view that situation, which could be sometimes challenging, right? I do not entertain any form of scarcity nor fear in relationship to wealth coming into my life and me having the skills, abilities, and wisdom to make it happen, right? It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And I don't control the when. I control my inputs, I control where I place my attention. I control my attitude. And, I surrender and ask for help when I need help. I know that the only way I can live a holy life is by continuously keeping my attention on that which is beyond my self interest. And it's paradoxical. Sometimes it's tricky, especially in a relationship to wealth, in the practicalities of life. But you have to trust that you will be taken care of. So, this is kind of what I mean, right? The mental solutions creating mental problems. If I don't think about the situation and I speak clearly, I speak with strength, and I understand that my words are sowing seeds each moment, then I almost change my reality, right? It's not about if I'm going to get wealthy, it's about when. And it's not the fact that I don't need to control when. I trust and I have faith that God's timing is correct. And whenever I notice doubts, right, or overthinking, obsession, insecurity, fear of, uh, but what this and that, and when this, and but what if this, and no, I throw what if away. It's not a matter of what if, it's a matter of when. And for you to speak that, you have to be doing the right actions, else you won't be able to have the power to let the words roll clearly, right? If I was faking my life, if I wasn't sincerely committed to being the best every day, every moment, I would not have the clarity to speak the words in which I've just spoken. So, this is a power, a strength, a message for you who, whether it be financials or whether it be another one that I used to have a lot, is when am I going to have the lady? When is the right relationship going to come into my life? Am I going to find the right lady? And then I just realized throw it all away. It doesn't matter. You know what matters is me being the man who's ready for the right lady. Me setting myself up, positioning myself wisely every day of my life so that when the opportunity comes, I'm not going to fumble it. I'm going to be ready. I'm going to capitalize. I'm going to smell that opportunity before it even comes. Because you tune your sensitivity, you put in the work, you live righteous, then your intuition feels the waves before they're even here. It feels them. But simultaneously, the mind can still corrupt, and you could still start to think about when the waves are coming, and you have to pull back, realign, get moving, right? Move along. And then you'll find yourself with that sense of peace, clarity, and stillness once more, where you realize, nope, the resources, the situation, the lady, the wealth, it is all being created. I am sowing the seeds, and I am not sowing the seeds to reap the harvest for myself. And that's the tricky part, is if you have a goal to make money all for yourself, that can be troublesome. You may get it, but you may not. And it's up to us to realize that wealth is a tool, it's a resource, and we are intelligent to put it to work with holy intent, to end starvation, to simplify the world in a manner where there is less waste, less energetic waste, less plastic waste, less um less toxins being put into the oceans, less animals being killed, ran over, murdered, uh, tortured, less children being treated wrongly, etc. When you generate wealth to actually change the world, not just to embezzle yourself, then you will live. Then you will be alive. But if your motives are impure, you have the power to observe that crack in your honesty. And if you can rid yourself of the illusions, of the darkness, of the weakness, which promotes self embezzlement, then you will build for that which is greater than you. And if you build from that place, it will be sown. You have to trust. Now, the mind creates problems to stay relevant. Why? And that is like, let's say you're living peacefully and you're enjoying your life. You're going to have other people or other situations or interactions with those who are stuck, who are not aware of what they're sowing. It is your duty to have compassion for them, to not act as if you are better, to not put them down. It is your duty to understand that you once radiated an energy of confusion as well. And if they are stuck in any form of dogma, any attitude of rigidity, you may not force, but you can cut them down. And this is cutting them down from compassion. It is not belittling another, but it is delivering truth when it needs to be delivered, in the pacing, in the tone that it needs to be delivered. It's not about the message, it's how you deliver it. So understand that the moment is going to guide you. And if you can feel and let go of yourself in the moment, then you will understand what to say, who to say it to, how to deliver the message. But you have to strengthen your connection to what is beyond yourself, and that is your intuition. Your mind cannot work like AI. An AI will never have intuition. But the similarity between AI and intuition is the processing of millions of bits of information so fast, right? When you send something through to AI, it can save you so much time. It can read, decipher, understand information and context way faster than a human can. But that's where AI is used to automate the mind's circle and cycle. If you can use less time in logical mind, then you can invoke strength and connection with intuition. Now, you need logic. So you do need to write. You do need to be organized. You do need to keep yourself groomed well, clean, healthy, strong. Use the logic, understand structure, timing, scheduling, etc. But the purpose of all of this is to free yourself from being obsessed with yourself. So you set up system structures, things sustainably to invite the stillness which can guide you intuitively. The mind creates these problems to stay relevant. It can sometimes be a bit confusing, but ultimately, the mind wants to continuously think. On average, statistically, humans have 80,000 plus thoughts a day. If you consider how many of those 80,000 thoughts are nonsense, then you will get to the root of the truth. It is only through observing your own illusions and nonsense that you strengthen the connection of intuition. It is not through seeking. You can have your intuition strengthened through prayer, but prayer must be connected to action. You cannot just sit, do nothing, and pray. Who am I to tell you what not to do? Maybe go through that path, but you'll learn, you'll change, as that's the nature of life. And your destiny is in your hands. And you have to trust, learn how to understand the beauty of life, the strength in life, the power and the clarity is from that which is you and that which is not you. So, how can you have a beautiful balance, a dance between you being who you are and you forgetting, you letting go, you emptying yourself of the memory, of the knowledge, of the experience? You'll learn to see that this is an extraordinarily beautiful game and that there are nuances so deep that your mind cannot logically comprehend them. But your gut, your heart, your being, when you get into contact with certain parables, metaphors, and messages, they will open up doors in your heart. You'll have epiphanies that are unshakably deeper than anything you've ever felt before. And you'll know, oh, that's what he was talking about. So, what to do when you're stuck in analysis paralysis? Hey, I know sometimes this thing can get tricky. Sometimes you can really be in it. What I would say is you're going to get in it, you're going to get stuck, then you're going to laugh at yourself. You're going to repeat that a lot. Then you're going to change your lifestyle to help you be sensitive in terms of awareness, not emotionally erotic, not emotionally crazy, but spiritually aware, in tune, able to feel and see both within and outside simultaneously. Emotional sensitivity is a travesty. Spiritual awareness is a godsend. So, when you're stuck in analysis paralysis, you need to have the awareness to notice what is happening in the moment. As you see it from the bird's eye perspective, you are both the cloud and the sky. And in that moment, you can sort of notice, oh, you're getting rained on. Oh, it's thunderstorming. Well, why not play in the rain? Or are you to be scared that the lightning will strike you? How about say, hey, I'm going to play in the rain? You see, it's that attitude. But first, for an attitude shift, you need to have awareness around your foundational perspective, right? Because if you do not notice that you're like, well, I wish it didn't rain, then how are you to ever adopt the new perspective of, hey, it doesn't rain every day. Let's play in this thing. Let's get a bit muddy, you know? You see, life is going to throw you trials, tribulations, whether in the form of weather, relationships, career, or obsession with the specific avenues. Maybe it's lust, maybe it's financial freedom, maybe it is overeating. There are going to be many trials, many tribulations, but the thing is, you need to learn how to see the fruit within the pain. You need to start to change what is important to you, right? Entertainment, stimulation of senses, distractions, moving fast, rushing around, chasing status, reaching milestones. It is no longer the primary driver. You still do all that stuff. It'll happen naturally, it'll happen fluently. But if you are to keep the root, to maintain the connection to the one truth, that'll let all your other creations be in alignment. And you will get more. You will get more. And then it is your duty then to share the harvest which you have sown. And hey, I can't make this stuff up. A lot of the time, there's nothing I'm thinking about when I'm talking. Hopefully, some of you enjoy this. I bet a lot of you enjoy this. Maybe if you've listened this far into the episode, I'm extraordinarily grateful for anyone who listens, genuinely. And all I would say is please do me one favor and share this with a loved one who you think, who in your heart may be ready to receive something like this. Because I'm not special, you're not special, we are special together in wholeness. It is not you nor I nor who you share it with. It is the culmination of the relationship. It is the caring for one another. I do this not for you, not for me, but for both, right? And when you get a lot of those win 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 situations, activities in your life, you're going the right way. Create your life out of win 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 mentality. It's not selfish. It's not just to please others. And it's not just for God. It is understanding that God knows that you are abundant. And God sends you to the depths of hell to realize that you can change. And that righteousness, that holiness, it is bestowed in your heart through you doing the work and never giving up on yourself. So if there's anything I can leave you with, do not quit. Do not quit on the path of expansion. It's going to be hard some days. You will have tears. People will scorn you. It's okay. It's okay. Go for a walk, stretch, work out, write, journal, have some deep work sessions, and ask yourself reflective questions. You will change and you will attract those who have changed. And with that community, the seeds will be sown. Amen. I appreciate you. I really do.